Hi guys, and welcome back to your favorite YouTuber. Anyways, it's been a while since I've done a sit down video, and this has been a highly requested video that I should have done from a long time. However, I am finally putting this video together. All right, but before I go ahead, I thought it was fit to kind of do like a little reintroduction of myself. Seeing that I got so many new subscribers, and I just thought I should like probably reintroduce myself. So, my name is Rochelle, and this channel I really do lifestyle videos. I do everything really. That was the aim of my channel. If you watch the previous videos, you'd have seen that I really touch on anything. However, since coming to Canada, persons have been asking me a lot of questions, so a lot of the videos have been geared towards that in terms of sharing my process of how I got through to study here and get my family with me and how life has been really. All right, so for this video, I'll be talking about the open work permit for spouses, right, of students. So I'll be explaining in detail how it is that I applied for my partner's open work permit. Because apparently a lot of persons don't know that you can apply for the permit from outside of the country because that's what I did. So right, a lot of persons will message me and I'll tell them exactly what to do and they'll go ahead and do it. But I thought it fit that. Why not do a video? Well, the person's been asking, so why not do a video on it? So in this video, I'll be showing the steps that I did and what I submitted from back home in my country, Jamaica, to apply for my husband's open work permit and for my daughter to be able to come up with them as well. Okay, guys, so if we've ever talked about this before, as in what you think my thoughts are, you would know that I am big on encouraging persons to apply for the open work permit from outside the country. Right? Reason being is that I'm saying you're gonna come up for 3 months on a regular work, regular visitors visa. Your partner is gonna be home doing what? So I always encourage persons to apply from back home, unless of course you have a good amount of money, and your partner is okay with just staying at home for 3 months or so. Because usually, when you apply in Canada, it takes 3 months. I realize if you apply from your country, it's a lot shorter. So yeah, I always encourage persons to apply from their country before they come here. Unless of course, as I said, you have money that can maintain you and sustain you, then fine. It's all about how you feel and what works best for you and your family. Okay, let's get the show on the road. So right now we're starting at the section where we have to answer the questions in order to apply for the open work permit. So you guys would have already known how to create a GCK account. If not, I can link my video of where I showed how to do that, and you can go ahead and do it before we start the process. Okay, so the first thing we'll select is apply to come to Canada. It's going to ask you for a personal reference code. We don't have that, so we go to the next option, which is apply for a visitor's visa, study permit, or work permit. We're going to select that option. Now we are going to answer some questions to see if we're eligible. So it says, what would you like to do in Canada? You select the option here, and it's to work. And how long you're planning to stay. We're going to select temporary for more than 6 months. Select the one that best matches your passport. We're going to put Jamaica. What's the current country of residence? We selected Jamaica because that's where we were applying from at the time. Okay, next question is, do you have a family member who's a Canadian citizen, PR, who's 18 years or older? For us, it's a no. And you put in the date of birth. Just going to select some random dates so we can move along. And we press next. And are you a lawful permanent resident of the United States? Nope. Next. I have a job offer. So this is for persons who have LMIA. So for open work permits, you will not have a job offer. So you select no. Next. And do you plan to work in any of these jobs? We selected no because he does not plan to work in any of these aviation, athletes, stuff like that. We selected no for this one. And will you be coming to Canada under any of the active public policies? We'll put no for that as well. We just want a regular open work permit. Are you a spouse or a common law of a person who's applying for a work permit or a study permit? For this, we put yes, because this one applies to us. Have you recently graduated from or participating in Canada post-secondary? For this, I put no. This is if you're applying for PGWP. And so we'll put no for this, and we go next. What is your marital status? For us, it's married. What's the province? My school is in Alberta. So you'll be coming to Alberta. Next. And based on the results here, it says he is eligible to apply for an open work permit outside of Canada. All right, so you press continue. All right, so we're not done here. We still have some more questions to answer, and then it's going to give you a checklist of all that is required for you to upload. So what type of work permit do you want? So you'll choose the one that says a work permit for a spouse of an international student. Then you select next, and it says, are you accompanying a family member that has status in Canada or has recently been approved to come to Canada? We'll select yes and move on. Have you ever committed, been arrested for, charged, or convicted with any criminal offense? You put no, and we go next. Have you had a medical exam performed by RCC within the last 12 months? Our answer for this should be no, so it's no, and we press next. Have you visited or lived in any one of the designated countries for 8 consecutive months? Jamaica is not on that list, so we put no, and we move on. And it says, do you want to work in any of these jobs? We're going to select no for this. And we go next. Do you want to submit application for a family member? We selected no. And we went next. If you have kids putting on it, then you'll press yes. And it says, are you giving someone access for this? I did select yes. And I select the second option that says yes, grant authorization for IRCC to release your application information to another person. The other person would be me. And we press next and move on. Did your representative give you a submission letter? No. So in this case, you're going to give me a form to fill out. In the past 10 years, have you given your fingerprints? And it's yes for hubby because he did his biometrics. So we select yes for this. If you've not did the biometrics, then you put no. And it says there are fees. You have to put yes because how else you'd pay. Are you able to make digital copies? You have to put yes because you need to upload stuff. Will you be paying your fees online? We select yes for this as well. And you can always review your answers here just in case they made a mistake or realize they probably need to change something before you press continue. So when you go continue, it will give you the steps as to what to do to upload, how you can save your files and stuff like that. And then on the next page, we have your checklist of all documents that you need to submit. I'm only going to go through the application form so I can just point out something that's crucial that we probably need to know if you're applying for an open work permit. So the other forms are easy, basic stuff that you need to submit. And I'll tell you what I uploaded in the client information section. Where it says optional documents, I'll tell you exactly what we included in that section. And it shows you the fee here for the application as well. Okay guys, so I won't spend too much time on the form because everything it's asking you for is things that you'd already know. So you're not asking for what you want to service in, your full name, and other information that you'd already know. What I want to point out to you is this particular section. Let me just scroll down to it quickly. All right, so it's this section here where it says details of intended work in Canada. The first question says, what type of work permit are you applying for? You're going to select an open work permit. The other questions you do not answer. So from 2A, 2B until number 6, those should be left blank because they're asking for specific job details. You're not required to answer those. It is stated on IRCC website. They don't need to answer them. So all this section here, up until number 6, you don't need to answer it. Everything else, you answer and you move on. And then you validate the form. So it will allow you to validate. Even if it's blank, don't think you can't leave it out. You can leave it out. That's exactly what I did. And you'll be able to proceed to validate your form and move on to complete the process. All right, and now to this other very important part. I'll tell you exactly what it is that I uploaded with his application in the client's information section. That bottom part where I put additional information, this is what I had there. So I had his letter of explanation, I had his job letter, I had his police record, a bank statement, a pension statement, and any other investments someone did have. I included all of those. Titles, Then stuff for myself, such as my study permit approval letter, that letter that says you've been approved, and it gives you the detail of a study permit on the second page. I showed my school's acceptance letter. I showed my enrollment letter because I showed that I was actually enrolled in school, which means that I would have paid the school fee and I'm now enrolled. I showed my passport stamp in my passport, to show that yet it has been stamped. That shows the study permit. I showed his academic information, and I also included a resume of it. I wanted to talk about, when you're doing the letter of explanation, try to write it as emotional as possible to say why you want your partner to come with you. You've probably never been away for so long, and you want to come there to give the person who's studying support. Don't say explicitly that you're coming to work to help them to pay for school fee, because you should already have the school fee. But you can say things like, while I'm there, I'll make gainful employment. So, I'll work while I'm there. So talk about things like that in explanation. Make it more emotional, so you can speak to them, and the visa officer will understand and grant you that open work permit. Okay, so that's it for this video. There's also a book written by another YouTuber. The name of the channel is Meet the Dewires. I'll put a link of her book below. You can always check out the book and support her in getting tips and tricks as to how to apply for your for your study permit and your partner's open work permit. All right. Don't forget to like this video, to share, and to most of all, subscribe. See you until next time.